7 FM so and also go so no within the Enoch Kwesi Walanyo Wallace agudie catch bakope the only nomenclature the professors degree in sports the Regina Wallace and a messing kunya ekono kwanten kwadin small do nsaka and then you so Ghana agudie ejao e agudie mu nsem kuto and ye dia fra asresem kakra e di ebro no se be bitia saboa e maniama etia to ye e dia ma me pacho by way of the show rundown odo ani chess sports night mo na edwada on the 17th of August 2020 and yesin kunya de Sanchez on kwetia sabro from 7 year and copy 830 and this side we dey kase betia bro na immortal kwame jakwa champion lead producer what touch aboa and afi Kobe the scavenger and so touch the coach Ogre or se memere aso interest na ma Asia course no dia na me adoma obetran kan che and afi right at afela menyo wono so e ha what touch aboa e me de dwumede kase etinejao and afi so kekwani chirima Bernard Padibotwe and so etro exams kakra Philip Otu so e production from home na me adoma safo nada and aka omuti afa mo se na bakoma no mo chiraboa ema ye the sports night we dey kase etense jao me patro by way of updates no yesan call COVID-19 abakosemu a na yes still yade ne guso etete wiase afana na ohwe se na setan sitie dia medi kan catch da se ko ye world wiase afana nyina se na niam esitie o coronavirus media na yes 21,942,443 ana etia to dwa wiase afana nyina ko fa yade o mo anya bi ana afi 775,228 deaths ana APM and after 14,658,814 and no air recovered in conform hatom but still
ASEMPA FM
US of A4 one and a lady one and a world superpowers are who fidie ni adwene akese na US for susu se one mo ekrom ho ene wo nanso ne komodia one na da soro e wo san hyehyemu Brazil for the second India for the third Russia for the fourth South Africa at the fifth na Peru at the sixth Mexico at the seventh Colombia at the eighth Chile at the ninth Spain at the 10th and after Iran at the 11th UK at the 12th Saudi Arabia at the 13th Argentina the 14th and after so 15th no Pakistan Bangladesh at the 16th Italy the 17th Turkey at the 18th Germany at the 19th France at the 20th Iraq at the 21st Philippines 4 at the 22nd Indonesia at the 23rd now Canada at the 24th Qatar at the 25th Kazakhstan at the 26th Ecuador at the 27th now Bolivia at the 28th Egypt at the 29th and after Israel at the 30th Ukraine Dominican Republic Sweden ni unko ne ba nyano wo mu China for ko fire by from Wuhan no wo that 34th position Oman for Panama for ginam de den pa after Belgium for Kuwait for Romania Belarus United Arab Emirates Netherlands Guatemala Poland na after Singapore Japan Portugal Honduras and after Nigeria alata ya rantie no West African country after no match with e 49th position Bahrain at the 50th Morocco at the 51st na after almighty Ghana Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana at the 52nd position Oba Ghana abakosemu e osana dwumedie no esitie ema coronavirus na COVID-19 na dia na channel so say confirmed cases no 42,653 recoveries no 40,567 conform atom kwano no Ghana ban airborne homoden afi so ba active cases dia 1,847 afi so new cases nkofo anya yade ni bi fresh kwano 121 and afi deaths no 839 ne Ghana ebetia ye ede ama nipa no waye no na oba mu hwese na sitie e wonka ha na yes a greater Accra region kwano 21,212 Ashanti region 10,569 Western region 2,899 Eastern region 2,097 Central region 1,080
ASEMPA FM
and after Bono East region 720 Volta region 642 now so West North region 580 Northern region 489 Ahafo region 485 Bono region 480 Upper East region 282 Oti region 229 Upper West region 88 Savannah region one more chance nya yade bi nche but nche bia no so no one nya 62 and after so North East region one so 18 we na pandemic no etu etese Ghana ha ana mede hu sunsun so no 18 seja no maka cho se aronsa awonsu a etina se fasemena kan na afei so kwanentai fonsan ke kan wanim ohwiase ne nkonia banfo ni rewura hwemu ne nsam dabi ya mesew etwu fi san hye no afei human distance entity ho ntem wo bibia trafie ni hwe so a trafie ene betia sa bo ma yade yetia sa kone kama amanema etia ko edema afei die aduane a enuane nuwo ma betia sa bo ma immune system na se asrafo atini pebioma ekuti are no wo metenya hoden na mato so akwati ade no na boa emanema etia koyi edi aman na omafo bisa se wotwa foto nso a honye de nyame adoma me research on photo twa nko as wotwa foto in the era of COVID-19 ya se na betia se mask no koso hye na se men hye but the purpose of taking photos no ene se obi abetia se ho anim enti nyame adoma no so mo komo kakra betia se aba komo se pasting photos pay was na man for the about why you not wearing your mask that there's a short period no mesrel me home e was na niam ACL cost no COVID-19 today's news around the world and I made the age out Nigeria African country would when each the malata me patrol Nigeria as big as Nigeria is no so is their problems Nigeria can swallow almost all the African countries going so papa and it's no ko for be to betra ekrom ha no na Nigeria ebe reopen its airport for international flights beginning on August 29th year into Nigeria yen be 1st of September dia omedi kan be agent 29th of August na Nigeria for ebie we aviation minister and at this komo kese ne 2022 the airports have been closed since March 23rd to all but essential international flights as part of
ASEMPA FM
combat the coronavirus into Nigeria yami adoma obeso call dia 29th it's yen no ma okrom Nigeria Nigeria please you can go back to your country in 29th of August yeah you can go and then go and eat your eba and then go and have your enjoy legba mama won kwala na ya omoti don kono omkwatete kwala ni na e Nigeria share so Philippines president Ane Rodrigo ono so say oh is it the straight coronavirus lockdown in and around the capital Manila as his government promised no when e boss person we do so refresh approach of fighting the COVID-19 no that includes intensifying testing to say when refreshing ideas and as approach omode ba omode hwe na we enkomo ba ko de to dwamra na original television so Mexico fon so ban and so they betu just say ombe present a plan to reactivate the economy in 2 weeks to help bring the country back from a sharp recession caused by the pandemic. President Andre Manuel Lopez and this ankomo kese 822 or say in 15 days a plan for the reactivation of the economy will be presented. We Lopez Obrado and this ankomo kese 822 into no come Mexico one so adwene amode tudwa say be ambetia bodo o economy na nyasem keto kra following increasing criticism England school examinations regulation admitted it had made a mistake with the way it awarded grades to school students after their exams were cancelled due to COVID-19 into uko England nso abakosemu a won so che say England school examinations no regulators no agya tumsampa won yemfom so kese pa fa kwankon mo fa so a graduates wo England no won mom exams marks no akese sensi bi mu emra ekoba say COVID-19 ti won eto niamam no won yemfom so kese pa country ba kwa won ye citizens no bone a won san ka no kwetwom so we dey yemfom so ye fan chom no England and HOB e was na share Asia cause we are yet to see some of these things other countries are developing countries no obema
ASEMPA FM
the of-qua examination board no regulator no and this an komo kese itwensa tudwa e fast na niam Asia kon change courses as he offered an apology to students and to schools into way chopper wadija schools no any esuafo a wo eco school na outreach among students grew after of-qua used and algorithm to assess the grade predictions made by teachers and lowered their grades for almost 40% of students taking their main school leaving exams. According to a new methodology, grades will now be based on teachers' assessment instead. In Uko England, they say Uko school partners also their grade no a bejina a church for no a ampa uhe ogrea when a fno and a sena ne ACTA and this no watching in tunia ebio ni madie and a face no best school terminal kunaban sa teacher for no and this assessment na ebetua saba in England teacher for nya tumi bia wo edebe assessing ko fonte nya exams na twon kwa no more clubbing in Italy uko Italy e share so no ma no so CV sabre record there's no clubbing wow I like your move it I like your move it wow na man for sane won ko ne ba there be sane man na health minister friend Roberto Speranza and the abetu just say sane man na matwam the latest effort to curb the spread of the novel virus no eno no nti hwema Italy mo e pasoko was a pen was so and then was so na kanya directi we de makai akwebe fero lonka akofodua ura olonka Gulliver's Travel na fiesha night club muso olonka sama fa ne gama nti already isunsum ne to wono wan isunsum no ne nesa sa na kanya nto so I said o bodam no sasa bua oni skantia olonka timi to ne cabbage efifie na fe wako etonkusua ba simienu pe na fu cabbage no da ko chinti o chia na cabbage ne propro ubeka so wa chi cabbage ama bua engusua ba ko pe ana obo ne cabbage kesiye ba kolon kano no na sa bepe na Italy so nei omso mo twa no clubbing activities taking place in nightclubs and dance halls across the whole country are now halted until September 7th. Mepacho doing so
ASEMPA FM
country that we need to keep the attention high. Esperanza said as the number of infections are increasing, the UK government is calling on elderly people and volunteers from the Black and Asian monetary groups, so omobe sign up to the vaccine trial registry. We in Koma and also ATSPM Edia Fowl. We now to boost the effort to find a working vaccine against COVID-19 that offers protection for high risk groups. We in Shisha Modiaba. Now protecting those at risk is the only way we will end the pandemic, said Kete Beham. And this sound come okay, Tuja, only a chair of the UK vaccine task force. And this sound come by now over 100,000 people have volunteered to take part in the vaccine trials. Say the pandemic war, say the war now kuwa wasema we the amount for volunteers no more pay say be between Sabua Britain's business ministry. Na man for beka sound come by say omo de Africa na campaign dia be one years Africa say pesa bofuno omo pay over 100,000 volunteers and they take part in vaccine trials. Di kind of panya no abu warm omo ewu no ma wu ma wu so a no dia brain enso ya wo bi e make sure say you on be brain ya papa ni be Britain's business ministry and this sound come okay so etiensaba as the number of cases keep increasing in Czech Republic almost started from September 1st face mask will become compulsory a mandatory a so with face mask public transport mu various indoor air public venues and then the many air more o ma trouble befu unhye mask ni bia untimi ra air akra mo honum oba air multimedia hanso a unhye mask a untimi ram oba shed out the room dia we dia obetimi ayi ene onya yare na wa wasema but we consider this to be a preventive measure given that we are probably facing a complicated autumn, especially after September 1st when there will be high social interaction. Health Minister added any Adam Votek and this uncle say by schools are due to reopen in September 1st after the summer vacation into Uko Omosoma Kacho Czech Republic near Aba El Honono. Yako France Montins
ASEMPA FM
na Usha French Nibia Obisa to comprehend France no I just say we me sure say Obi French into make fake French bia wanhwa obetimi ase charge me ntimi nka French ni bebre but uko French memu a omo points bi say Napoleon averse trasa soda image to zopa na say French na maka sa no French government is sending a route police to Marseille region so obetimi a help no take enforce mask requirements as more and more towns and neighborhoods are imposing mask rules starting today to slow rising of the infections into way any command and also etiansa by mask no dey aye compulsory aye by force baby bia government spokesperson friend say Gilbert Attal and can say 130 police officers are being sent to the Marseille region Uko Marcella baby another day you no which has expanded its outdoor mask requirement to all farmers marketers and most neighborhoods on Friday and on the Sanchez on Kunitime Santuja Thailand's economy and so a very interesting or more expected say womo ebehwe is biggest slump in more than 20 years due to the pandemic me patcho gross domestic product GDP and if can FNSA na oma ko school net sanzimi as per GDP domestic gross domestic product which dan go school emfa ho so beti ase ama wati is expected to shrink ese more na face so kobese between 7.3 and 7.8% this year na ewura kwa friend say to sapon and this an komo kese ba Secretary General of the Governmental National Economic and Social Development Board and this an komo etudwa na forecast na put to the degree at between 5 and 6%. It will be the biggest annual contraction since the 1998 Asian financial crisis and also 1890 Thailand for also encommon no yako Ireland kakradia health minister also den komo kakraba he has said that no conversation with his public health team about implementing other local lockdowns and then government intentions remains to lift 2 weeks restrictions in the countries of Kedah and afi Offaly and afi Laos uko Ireland omunkro nkoni bi no na uhema health officials no ehwe meeting nei na afi ma decide if further measures are needed to slow the sharp increase in the spread of COVID-19 omukro government and then officials no find it deeply concerning was na share Asia course no mipacho the land crossing between Malaysia asase da Malaysia for and Singapore mo ya de pa fu daka omuni me papa nti try so be Singapore ne beji wafun da kafi and afi wedding gowns so me ade pa woni ye ho na almost so reopen as their neighbors further relax cap first impose in March into way any command Singapore from Swediaba. Business travels of up to about 14 days is allowed, while some Malaysians who are employed in Singapore can cross the borders to go to work. And an estimated 300,000 a year commuters cross the frontier each day before a lockdown was imposed in Malaysia on March 18th. Singapore initiated its lockdown on April 7th. Both have since eased restrictions, but borders remain closed to tourists. Yeah, a question of Singapore for shares of Canada, Obwa, Untiminko. Yanko Philippines for no beyond. Government minister has tested positive for coronavirus. Ye, I'm paying for the only Yasubia in Bruta, I'm paying for. Into Philippines and so, and yet out of place. Our Western Mexico, and your news story, they are not an exception of countries are abandoning and paying for any Arabi. Into 5 months after an initial diagnosis, no, Udwanishim authorities said an expert investigate whether he had been reinfected. When you come on, so say, Piomutim say, Minister Yawenabino, was reinfected and Interior Secretary Eduardo Anu and Edison Kumoke City and Sabai. He was first diagnosed with COVID-19 in March, but did not show any sign of the disease at that time. Yeah, COVID-19 also, you can kind of just went to me and twice, but a human almost say, reinfecting the Buana.
ASEMPA FM.
Drug developer, FNS Novavax, also say it is starting a mid-stage study of its experimental COVID-19 vaccine in South Africa. In the US for drug developer no and was starting was South Africa. So between Drubia, a bit in Saboma, which is experiencing a surge in coronavirus cases. Me patrol phase 2B a trial study no a bit in Sanko so to be conducted on about 2,665 health adults and will be evaluated safety and then a year immunity number in Mexico so in about 240 medically stable HIV positive adults and after so kwano other companies na between San Shaboa and Masanche so kuneti Sankui South Africa for catching almost experiencing a winter surge of COVID-19 disease no this important phase 2B clinical trial no has the potential to provide an early indication of efficacy along with additional safety and immunity data. I bet you Sanchez and Pama from wedding. We know Novavax research chief and the any Gregory Glenn and at the San Comoke Senebai. Winchamo Lebanon Kakra. Lebanon also should be locked down for 2 weeks after a spike in COVID-19 infection. Ultimate infection as I can hubio our Lebanon share so in the caretakers government health minister Andrew Nediabo. The caretaker government minister Senefa as vote for coach and no pamno. No mobia be genetic academy no. FNS caretaker air coach no. Pepe now call a Lebanon, or caretaker government health minister. On this we buy. Also, we declare today a state of general alert, and we need a brave decision to close the country for 2 weeks. Hamad Hassan told a Voice of Lebanon Radio. Lebanon registered a record of about 439 new coronavirus cases in 24 hours on Sunday. And South Korea has warned of tighter coronavirus restrictions as new outbreaks appear, including one linked to a church where
ASEMPA FM
members have been confirmed infected, but hundreds more are reluctant to get tested. In South Korea and so no almost a warning say omonye restrictions also tightly. It's answer sorry be human nipa best trended omunanya bi South Korea. Na South Korea de okoti aso ho sen. South Korea say do umoma bofem sum kamu no omati aso na so for no 300 members and over 300 members and omanya say the outbreak linked to omo enso dwumadi omudi also in the country's biggest is in the nearly 6 months and led to a tightening of distancing rules on Sunday. Into way any APM okra omudwumadi omo egusu edimu. Enti oba Malaysia focus here no state of Penang no omaba entry by overseas visitors so omutimi enko medical treatment until it is finalized finalize new health and then safety procedures do in light of the COVID-19. Authorities toughened curbs on movement in some parts of the island over the weekend as new infections emerge after more than 3 months with no cases. Into way any Malaysia fonso shebia edi apem so abusia for way COVID-19 updates. This COVID-19 update no was brought to you by Petrosol clean fuel in full quantity and yede ema bomodiada say obetia san to so ti no wadi san hye so emu asumunya ode sa akwa obu anaso ye the prof nya transfer o se prof o won komo keke enti ma menko tie bi da bi eya fire adwuma enya asem ne tie for sa keke fire adwuma alive soap me pacho your life matters to us. Stay alive me pacho one key preventive measure in keeping personal hygiene COVID-19 terms. He said, wash your hands regularly for at least 20 seconds with soap and running water. A patch of soap can save your life. Use it. But brought to you by Alive Soap. Omona touch the power. Into Ukoba Biana soap semana bakwa. A kun coronavirus kosa Alive Soap will set to make bia and also a bit in Sabwa. My catch order that say betting is always better than Sakawa. Rules no as and say me coffee by referee rules but adeba
ASEMPA FM.
So trying to be for Anna Udini before, but who transfer for Jenica Crato in Timota?
Stick with what you can afford to lose.
Stick with
what you can afford to lose. Stick with what you can.
What you can afford to lose.
Yes.
Rule number 1.
Yes. Sikana and no. And I forgot to bet.
Very good. Stick with what you can afford to lose. Sika, Oshria, and call.
Yes.
And show.
Yes.
And come on, you know.
Another one, never bet with your last card.
Very good.
If you are not light bill, water bill, and as a crampon, school fees, you never bet. Because you wouldn't be no Manchester United one come. Why should go and a tiny Manchester Nation to win to school fees and other quarters? Yeah, and go by then.
I can't tell for such experts. I can't tell once a material. Chacha for no. When I say Chacha King, when I say from the Chacha Kingdom, no do we have. When I say I saw you are 20 card, but there's no church or touch anymore. Never bet with your last card.
Don't chase your losses.
Don't chase your losses.
Yes, I walk 2. Be well you 100 Ghana, I saw some 100 Ghana, we go 200, never 300, never 400. Do chasing now. Well, relax.
Never chase your losses.
Yes.
You said you'll be ready.
I say, and I back on say, withdraw 90% of all your. Withdraw 90% of all your winnings.
Okay, says Kana, Unya who said, before no.
Yes.
And you say, Bia, Osari Kotusubio, but withdraw 90%.
So, with the 1,000 Ghana in 900 perfume, Nanka 100 Ghana. And the best and otherwise, okay, Jenny Pentent, Abukuno. Yes. Sena, and Amanda, and no, 2 or not, the nature self so coons.
Okay.
Hey, most of the time, Sane, don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy. That is the rule acquired the power.
Yes.
No. Don't be greedy.
And first, can you break and then you better.
Yes, can you break? Can you break?
Yes. Yes. See, we think about say, "Whoa."
Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy.
Come on, say, "Whoa." We say, "What do you yes? Can you bring it, sir?"
Also, who say immortal? And the car is so did we say more so cool. So we are born dance. No, one of our so the man. As in my median so be. So the same thing. Woman Chacha, what son will do something. So I would do something. And almost 2 on the Adrinica crowd.
Ukrowa, it be only 5 Ghana cities. Ekwa kunya 50,000 to turn of 500 million.
Yes, bro.
Now I be aka 2 matches. Near man 10,000, which is 100 million on pay. A person last 2 matches, no, Elian Sana, or then as no is kind of him. And he is can break. Ain't he? Say, Mom, Ellie cash out now, and so we are not a Manchester United pet game. No, Nanko, when you bear 100,000 Ghana cities, but your money offer a crown, the money bear 50,000 or so pay. But last match, Manchester United Bowini, Boom as Manchester United actually 2-1. If you see can bring tea. Na ashro sikeni binti ne bia 1 billion now pen on 500 million area my first who so pay no na question say don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy.
Rule number 5 don't be greedy.
Na personal experience or touch na di we wedding na no we go contact am we see na usan kai kata you are the king of tata.
Yes, the king of the odds.
Yes, very good.
King of odds. Yes. Also, so any bonus on the biggest odds with bonus.
Yes.
Platform they heavy no. Biggest odds. Any bonuses. Okay. Any in the match.
Okay. The king of odds. They are so any right now to change and I knew what chacha. I had a crack How ne odi mu cheche mu 8 jan betway phone pay for say kan kiro say emra yi mo tade ba na person odi so di ampacho visit www.betway.com.gh na place to bet now ampacho can bet there for the love of the game under 18 years and to be is an bet na paying for game e di wa ya bruta na bet responsibly bet ya fadwene kakraton regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana and on the Betway Betway is giving you the opportunity to bet on every match in the remaining rounds of the Champions League and then stand a chance to win a share of 30,000 Ghana cedis cash. Me pacho umpewi na pekaya mutuma ene kuhwe. Na yenko mu bio nyame adoma me san wo ensa bi ho me nyanka ho asem krae but yenko asante matema gudiem ensem keka papa no nyamfo yi enkomo ode aba no watro nyina okruche nyina de agu computer kese so ana oteba bi di serene atmosphere ana waje ne drink kama ana ode sa report yi twensa brain Mr. Richard Smith Donko RSD papa yi ana di asante matema gudiem ensem keka ba or the latest and the freshest air presenter for asante matema gudiem ensem keka papa yi ba san so fi air adishe kromiti no yemom nani enfanye ne tata
ASEMPA FM.
Yes, I say, Anna Equi Croy, Yankwa Manaso, now Richard Smith Donko, RSD, Papa Manaso, Richard Yamajo Makwaba, Umrini, Yankwe.
Prof.
Richard.
Prof.
Richard. Answer as usual, meaning, say, a bit answer the usual culture, men will start here now. Obe can't tell me here, actually, say, Fizz say, Coina, the offer multimedia, say, O Crano Ajenqua, Uncobe Bia, Sempo, Obidisca Cassia, any dine, any casa Cassia, but Dadawa, only Obetra Yadibia, which has Abonia, no what to uncommon so.
Well, my culture is my culture stay. What are they?
Okay.
Yeah, but you need to be a copy. If you can be anyway, but my dad, you're about multimedia and you're about to be a judgment. Until you need to be a WALLACE.
Okay, Mate, and Madama, Yankwe.
Oh, Prof, Yanchia with you for IT as a penny, me, Pamra, Kumase, Mantemu. And that's a sentiment temuha. Na emze walk a canaba, said the moon and moon. In Shire FM, Lab FM, news editor, Ira Said Ali Yakubu Nefin, so said the penny for Becano. You sukra said, him said, Romo Moody now, Fanchame. In Tiasa, now may I used to look at but you need to know ever Juma, the Ama. As empathy for anyway. Yes, as I'm free. I Kumase Asante Kotoko. Prof. Now you say and that dear she be. Nane amponsa FM could be Timu Kumase. But minimum Casa CA. Nane amponsa
ASEMPA FM.
Na enjemu kakra ye echirima sia minimum Casa Nane amponsa born in Yema. Obobone niema nyame ya adoma hwebe echina die na ne amponsa ebe free kind abepiemu Kumase na afei abeshase edi ni dwuma adi ama Kumase asanoko as the new CEO edi ama ayebobuku no na the last time amenimu din komo me catch them say papa no nyama ade na so appointment no amanfo lobby everybody be lobby papa ena papa na so Asha o name eye the management team nyame ya adom no no so be piemu Kumase a obetimi no ma edijuma. Now I'm saying a big story e Kumase, big story pa eye say papa e ko ba hwan na bekasa e de ama Kumase Asante Kotoko na Prof wo de ma be kan ti yentete ene hwehwemu a ya ye ekiremu a se bibia ansisa enkomode no ko animu papa se Prof kai WALLACE
Mitio pa
so kai PJ Mose
ai
o kai na pa
ameka na pa Moses Entwebno funu ni full name
fantastic se bibia ansisa PJ ene be kasama for de ama Kumase Asante Kotoko
se bibia ansisa
be bia nkomodi na du no
ni asema ehu
be bia nkomodi na du na nkomodi ni kona nim PJ Ababaye Kumasa Sanako PRO. Then again, on free one ma David Obinyako Onoba as marketing and branding.
ASEMPA FM.
Marketing and branding. David Obinyako Oko Ayesunyani Nimpotemua. But for Akapano, Omujena manager, no. Young guy, very affable. Ono so Yamiya Duma. Ono ene eba handle marketing and branding. No so minimum kase Yamiya Duma shiebe ochina. Ono so be free Ayesunyani na wabekumase na fei. Oni penifo ababeshia na afi kotoko marketing and branding eye position no ono so etimi ababaye ede ama eye boboku no na nyame ya adoma na ne amponsa ebeduru se kima abrante ba akwam se cross supporters omu nsini form kra eye anim kuju na abrante no prof de wo mini se our office bebre ewo eye outside now the ten say abrante no pro panini beduru nyame ya adoma kina ofro ne manager na no matenase no makasa asise abrante ne bebo kotoko anaso obekwa abonten but yenhwehwe mu aya ye akiremu a ade na 50-50 enim kudo eye 50-50 kotoko betimi alusi no anase obetimi asi akan de amakuma asasroko enchiremu ni nya na ye se on say no na president di tuda se nyame ya adoma on the 1st of September the ebia na Ghana yem borders no especially Kotoka International Airport na etivi abi na se nya bie no eye 1st of September dia ene abrante efense enim kudu do nyambo a ochina woni na na amponsa betumi ahia de nanso 50-50 ebia na abrante no entimi ensi akan amfa makuma asaro because office da abrante no enim no enya asem keto akra now uko board no so a one gentleman no so also eye yewura Jude Atta uko Ghana Commercial Bank himself papa yi we nipa odimu yi pa na ono na sese mpanifo di ama no se abrante
ASEMPA FM
oni no eni komo enti nyame ya adoma ochina dasblay yewura Jude Atta enso ne betena se na oni na di komo se sese de umbehia dasblay so ono so no omra na omagua eyekuma asase na kobobuko no enti die tie ni na ne amponsa ene eye enim kudo ene behia na so Jude Atta a ono board no so no ye ne enim so free Ghana Commercial Bank ena eba no ono so ne dasblay ena ebetimi ahia na awia no ensem ba ku mienu bi a na emeki waves ni pa eye technical director when na be technical director e dia makuma asase na ko amanfo abobo eye oti akenten ba prof make me aka kire open so oti akenten onyama oti akenten onyama ye technical director emfa ma ekuma asase na ko chance empanifo ni bi efiu se papa no ni nimdie in football no ekosoro say wanyini enti kabaya omunkopa yanga bi a omufiu se the modern trend of football no obetimi aboa ekuma asase na ko nti sansan sama ne nam se oti akenten ebetimi abe technical director dia wakuma asase na ko no saasam dia hwehwem nukure bia eni oti akenten enya emmeye technical director emfama ekuma ase asante kotoko now yewura nane amponsan nyame ya adma ochina oba beduru a ne car empanifo ede esi wo twen no Toyota Prado ene mikohu se car si sports hotel na car me yedi nka kwa afuo ne dada a etwe opani no nyame ya adma china onya beduru kumase no eno de be ne rounds nyina enso ewo kumase na abrantie ba akwam se eno no minim se we no empanifo ne sheda yie ne kukomo komo ye dia fire ko ho bat ya hwem kakra Emmanuel Kayeke Emmanuel Kayeke Kaila player no
ASEMPA FM
done deal prof a done deal Emmanuel Kayeke yes Kayeke abrante no wi nyame ya aduma obiti aka de makuma asase no ko na kotoko hona no ene asa ye nhwemu kakra players ye do moka kuma asase no ko players ni na empanifo ne do moka 2 to 3 months enya de empanifo na tua na nedua yi ana empanifo eye ese nko betimi atua sika no nenso ye hwehwe mu no sika na ntimi aheti account na ntimi ansọ red na ye hwehwe mu kire mu a nyame ya adoma hwiebe ochina efi anopa na kopma nyumre de na 2 to 3 months 3 months betuma confirm di amamo 3 months salary a kumasa sanoko empenifo entu amfa ma a place no efiri echina anopa ekopma nyumre de na 3 months salary na empenifo etua ede ama a place no on COVID-19 nyame ya aduma empenifo ehwe ni say efi NS kede ko no on ba assemble team na omotimi ayo omo COVID-19 test enti oba aya santimanta mu hade a agudie mu nsem tuma sasanoko fila ena me dia mamu no as gold obuase yenko kakra bi tew na afi yemfansi wo as gold nso say prof ukopie mu obuase a players ni bibuafu omu buafu pa na bu omu buafu na no eyese asa na nsa na mde betu mani say as gold players no obi aye COVID-19 test na omu ye test ni wiye no die tie ni obi a say aye negative and players na no wo so etimi test na besin ne players ni msanke ye omu test wi anke ja ye beta omu na omu timi akona aja omu no omu mprafo no omu yire no matimi akodi de kakra nsana ten company for be from kra omu from na so bepem ne omu tiri bi anfa firi eye mpanifo no ena no na dia
ASEMPA FM
ena players nyamye no kwene prof ebibu afu pa sasa ane mana ekoso ewo boase no womani enye ho na de tie ne asgo da tro e de akoma aban ne senka aban no mo approve a na nka after aye COVID-19 test no community training enso ewo boase ne important nenso no kata no kopi abam na mse kata minim sa akoyire o sa akoye de o betin ne enya dia response dia so no etimi etim ewo aye boase ti betin na minim o ka say so na no ya camping place ni na enso ewo aye boase Glenclay Sports Stadium omo hwe ni mute nyame ya adoma kata bi betimi abana afei omo ebetimi abreki players na omo so etimi akwa omo abreki on but report amensa kan assign football chirima nyame ya adoma next week no on be sign aye the second COVID-19 test and here the final one kwa omo ye wie na se koba no se still na no omo nya response bia amfa free aye aban no hode a ene no meti aka kire mo se empenifo be break a place na mo bia so no etimi afi obuase na afi ba bia opese odi na ni kire no wono so adi na ni ache na afi wakohwe se obetimi ne eye abusua no enso etimi aka buma enti prof asantimantem agudemu sentem
RSD we are king of agudemu ensankeka afi asantimantem Richard Smith Donko ojina na so bruta osise bibia sesa on PJ Moses Entwebenefo ba communications director e dey makuma se asan goroko okay bibia sesa on sports night
other prof medin kan ka to say lobby cost wo so cost sports hotel any kotoko secretariat na kwhwe nipa we omo ekọ no omo mu pia enya sabitwa
ASEMPA FM
enya me adoma opanino na ne amponsa china achakura no pade no obepie mu kumase enti obi a olobi bia no wasase a olobi nemum enipa ne din sisi emetima aka kire mo se eno de awosoro eye PJ Mose se bibia sesa oro pia ro aduma no ona ebe ye dia makuma asase no ko
okay we de ebedo ase nyame adoma nka na adwaden ka me bon komo kakra but enura bibi kakra atwa makwan mu na nyame adoma mesa bon komo wate me bon komo bi o me pese me bon sisi a so ase sisi na me ka kire ogre se madam bi on ana ofiga na ha no de na kire mo Japan na Japan won ote no wanya adwuma kama obo ya adwuma kama ye bibia na okono wankra na busuafo Ghana ha ni nyina ne se onso bu ha na osuro fiefo so enti no odetete enka no betu kwan a passport no kam obi hu so enti deche saa na madam fodi kopie mo Japan na onam Japan sa ne ote ne se kofi brafie otwa ne hu obi Japan so yenka twi ho na ne se okwaba na obedu Ghana ntimi ko obi enti oguso ofie na obaye ebisa na mane no si o once upon a life in his lifetime o Japan hono no nye ska kakra ana okoto TV na TV ana oyɛ sɛ ɔso TV no ahwɛ after hard days so ɛkɔba fie no ɔsɔɛ no hu sɛ busuafo nyina da na ebu TV ani na oyɛ sɛ ne Mexico so a ɔfa remote na no mia no so kyerɛ ma me nsɛn ɛhene ha mia na TV media mia na mesi menhwɛ bio ntene abarante na o fie akyɛ sɛ ogu so bɔ na ma ne nyame adom a ɔbɔ me nkɔmmɔ de bi ka ho a ma bɛka kyerɛ wo na so de bi ato koto dwom ti wotu kwan a na wɔn nkɔfo a bɛka kyerɛ wo ebu wɔn so a wanka nkyerɛ wo na wokɔkora so mutimi toa wɔ hɔ nti ɛnyɛ bibia why ɛmbɛpere ho kora oh Richard Smith donko meda wase na me adom ɔkyɛ mɛsa abɔ nkɔmmɔ mo wate Medasi okay. RSG ana tene kan so de nkomo 8 mejan asante mantema gudiem ensem keka ana papa yi eso ede ba say kama na ebeko sports night leagues mu ka kire busuafo ne namfo say nya transfer the sports night leagues eba say bia bo hu na niam esi ekọ e won hihya wodo a eno so etia sa to fam nim no na sports night leagues mu no ai mo tamen ko sisi ana say yen ko enim kakransa entwen kakra ho okay team water sports night leagues men fanti kakra ba che no so ma say 30 Ghanaian referees omo undergo FIFA elite course na referees committee of the Ghana Football Association and omo ene assessors ene classification panel omo approve sa list of 30 referees for the next month FIFA stroke MA Elite online course a umeti ansanye na FIFA course no e be running from 30th September till 2nd October 2020 and a search within between Sabaso. Let's not include 20 FIFA referees and then 10 class 1 referees and a GF physical instructors Bikao, Anthony Tete Opai Eddie Makotene and Augustine Fuga and a Vivian Ago. Omo and responsible for the training theory I between Satujano and no power the fitness of referees no and their training no will be in charge of by a physical and then endurance air test air referee obeti aboa emasan hihye so kwetien san kwedi amom referees no be undergo an individual confinement test on core and statistics and then yo-yo test before the main course in September and the physical test no that normally takes place at one location no omo ebeye na take a new 10 as referees will go through the session on their own through a central monitoring system due to COVID-19 pandemic physical instructors
ASEMPA FM
na fair sene niam esia koso menko amano so briefly na yene maame Vivian Ago enkasa ye ka referees a omo ebo modern pa e waka na dia na esa bawe e kan pa Ghana is so proud of it and say we sen we di referee no rise to this crescendo dia na so ya dia onu dwumadi a odimu Vivian Ago ye mo adwoba ASEMPA 94.7 FM so
yeah me dey
bibia e bokode
yeah do
asem te won ka cha kakra na wo kroma de
me wo krom here
we sure we sure so kroma
me sure
okay obi ajo abo so baby won
obi ajo mbo se bia wa no me me ba kwa sa
me you ba question side me so tar ho quickly 30 Ghanaian referees and undergo ebe undergo sa FIFA elite course here e betia Satudwa no me hu list na tenten e wo mudwumadi a mo ba bedi mu e kwan ben so na mo fa so de select sa referees
referees committee na year selection yeah the omo year selection na no mo dey am instructors na instructors no so etinya instructor o me supervisor of training ya trauma there
okay the selection there omo ye wi anom dey abremo instructors na mo dey match trauma there keke it mu nim selection ho hwe okay na wo hwa criteria be no mo fa so dey selection
on assess you see assessment report, match commitment report, and I instruct financial recommendations about referees.
Okay, assessment no. Any time because COVID-19 era time na di matches I assess your man so previous records.
Previous records in issue.
Okay.
For now, yeah. And so after the course, no, test now.
ASEMPA FM.
Okay. Now we say as a class 1 referees been so FSR referee say omo timi pass through sa course here. Omo na ba benya one status and say still I will be abegina be biogina.
The elite referees no comprise of the top referees in the country and FIFA referees no.
Oh okay.
It's class 1 referees now omo in line after the FIFA referees no. It means that they are the top referees in the country. FIFA referees no ho. I'm a elite referee.
Wadamo, dear na be a top referee.
And now, me say assessment no. Assessment in match commissioners report no. Any of fitness, any account, and knowledge on the laws of the game. Any account media assessment.
Okay, Senya abato and Senya school be a question nemo and the field of air play no demonstrations are why competencies are what me than a DL referee no and then amount me be top.
Yeah.
Okay. Na in say COVID-19 time you know ni mo den kakra sen na sa course particular mo be because minim say as a mo be no virtual na
virtual. I think we'll be using the Zoom. We will give lectures. Yeah, part as physical training instructors. No, the better quite on because we want to enhance their speed, their coordination, and high intensity activities. The ability to think on their feet instantly, coordination, and on the coordinating, responding, changing from a slow run to a speed in maybe I seen here so speedy coho. Send they always be at the action zone. In here they be training them. Now technical instructors and so they master technicalities.
ASEMPA FM.
Send they training no ebe boa I enhance your fitness ni ability on the field.
Okay. Nti acquire virtually how would the physical instruction part no mobile assessment?
We are test because every quarter no FIFA expects us to submit their test results. Elite FIFA referees nya. Nti ya kan omo bom. Ni send a report to FIFA.
Okay. Nti fa so be na beba so dia ma Ghana football sa dwumadi amba bedi.
Because supervise omo training no. As I say, they can't train together as a group. Supervise on training. And an important aspect of training is also recovery. So we don't overtrain so that you can have a gradual growth into the fitness aspect of refereeing. We are going to supervise their training because they are going to use the GPS and other equipment. My data on their training, and then they'll be giving us video clips so that a better client almost to age training. Then a fitness level very high.
You go so competent referees ukroma because they say when you mobile be a referees no e go so exercises and as 30 pe na mo monitor them.
Yeah, training. Training. DFA am FIFA referees no catapult they monitor into training so nyina no send data am the type of trainings are advice you of high the
okay
whether they should change or they should go ahead with it.
Okay. So FIFA stroke
getting results.
So FIFA stroke MALS
ASEMPA FM.
When I found ka
Yes na.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Into apart from 30 referees we are more such shade mom no referees share o masse no so no more plan beside mom.
When we GFA referees are all selected as elite, the regional RFs are also organizing training courses for the regional referees.
Okay. Into regions no so ye omodi en kakra the boy referees no.
Exactly. Regions not so warm instructors. Boa. So never almost so. Not districts no so any almost so instructors.
It is a near my corner nim emo so anes almost about sa category we mu.
And they'll be feeding the national. The district will feed the region, not region also feed the national.
Okay. It's in the absence of match bianco so kumano. Referees no omunya rusty.
That's why I'm on training programs. If you abide by the training programs now, ultimate training, now my data, my feedback. Nay who send your training you won't go rusty. But we are lazy, yeah. And you want us out now how.
Inti likely say commence league go chroma e betin hu referees bia omo kan sa group we but omo rustic akra
until the test mean to me can because said data omo dey by say right and you right just say test answer you say omo training and answer omo training.
Okay, since we acquire online course niti no say we dey hu hia some be COVID-19 test bia dey amasa 30 referees we mu. Okay.
And I test no. We are not grouping them all at the
ASEMPA FM.
We'll be going from zone to zone. We are organizing them all. If I cry here, you see our zone. You take regions into zones. If I cry this year, we are organizing them. Send a bear almost bunch up or fact.
Okay, and some more instructors, most mobile working groups and
regional instructors in Abeboy during the test. No me figure.
I may have some most mobile observe protocols.
You know, then I am at the time. But maybe I be come. Some instructors now, RFU instructors now work on. On my baby at the see any I test.
Okay. Maybe we'll be on a catch again for the affair ASI media mobile BD NCBA.
Yeah, can say here almost support every year you soon crack, but with all the support you have now, you be my recipes. You sure say the big kind of fuck up the sun and some pay for.
Okay, be na maybe say you say Bibia say on.
Bibia say, but say normal FM, Ghana Football FM. Yes, I organize it league in the I see it in the fine. Because you know, more markets never do now because we did in Hygiene. You know, as and Costello see interest in the local league. But senior try say there is more interest in football. And I make us a be a fan of what they met in your money, yes.
Okay. And see, referee Vivian Ago, physical instructor, at the Emma ASI media betin sabe better was say you Brazil Council, Queen of the Whistle, 1 year tin atwen kuma churches and Emma Asia Koyami Adoma, you best sending Kumobio na fiashe.
ASEMPA FM.
This year Coco since Mubaby. Why?
Okay,
Miss Medasipa. Okay, well, bye. It's Vivian Ago, and I'll send a cancer and electron communal churches and Nema Ebisiako, Ediama Sat 30 Refisia, or my power send Yaduma, one and a bedi Jumedi, Ediamono, Uko Mudia, Nesse, a postponed list, proposed list, no, and a medi today, than a lie Ekaobi, Huma, greater Cryano. Okay, Minim say, okay, information now, or if you are referee, and a Adari. Abdul Latif also a FIFA referee say omunfie no won anim kakran so okay Charles Bulu and so a FIFA referee Benjamin Kwesi a FIFA referee Western Region ofi and Abdul Latif Kadir won also a FIFA referee na afi so George Vomao and so a FIFA referee ofi also is supposed to be coming from the Western Region and afi so Alfonso Atiapa won also a de pa won also a class 1 referee Julian ni Akwanunu class 1 referee Obamua there's a Bremen Sunsu Jinam FIFA referee Delight Alobu FIFA referee Joyce Obenewa appear FIFA referee Juliet appear FIFA referee and I feel so Dora and so a class 1 referee and I feel so home Mensa and also a class 1 referee Oba a referees of assistants I'll be Pima Kwesi a champion Brube a FIFA referee Poatimaka FIFA referee Tijani Mohammed a FIFA Nafi Emmanuel Alo Tepson and so a FIFA referee Papala Patrick a FIFA referee Nafi Emmanuel Dulagbanu and so a FIFA referee Nafi Dol Sapita a class 1 referee and Nafi ni do Adi a class 1 referee Nafi Courage Kudefia agent class 1 hobby she's taught a FIFA referee Nafi so a Chakuli a FIFA referee Nafi Doris Sumandakon a FIFA referee Te Mary and so a FIFA referee Nafi so Abanga Abigail a class 1 referee Patricia Chera and so a class 1 referee and Omina Ediomani 18 Sachima Beshabwa
ASEMPA FM.
You be the referees here, now for proposed list for FIFA and then GFA MA Elite a online courses no and you do mudi etian saba na nyame adoma you rest na nyama ebisi akọ e de ama ASFui e wodwumadia omso eba bedimu na quickly minim se obema agbeve heba center for paying for edino kakraba na eye nidi kan pan semra friend say Mona soap and Mona cream. Now Mona soap ni Mona cream no effective on cleansing from the from body odor. Say bia who I want carbon bia unya Mona soap na fedrai unya Mona cream na faster e boa my skin no look very natural. A refresh skin na boa in the growth of hair. Imuni already and so it me boa my unifu say kama. Na zen tem na say me wa meridian ni na sa hye minim say duane bi na me kodi o say me fie na kwa nim na manwi ni hye o. Mentime nkyere say nutrients bi na me like you but me nya Mona soap ni Mona cream no in fact no kwenya menim so wo hwe mo kama ni matim sampa me hunwi no efu from say kama na eboa emani nyama etia koye de mame agbebe fever enso me so fight on onset and then outset of the malaria. Say malaria fever na chichi wato o senchechere waje hu bia nje a mesra agbebe fever o set me kan sadro bia ebeboa emaniama etia koye de mawo ne do ba kwa no enam pa efi agbebe fo aka cheba no agbebe tonic ene agbebe balm bo modern ada se tonic no menstrual cloth no inflow ye emfa ma obabu edu that problem na no twajajo asne ni anane se ana kan chine agumesrew agbebe tonic ne agbebe balm no eboa pa unya tonic na no ma na ne moja se kama na meboa ma edu that problem na moja na to se sin asenkran no panteso tie uhia nkran man panyefo na se ware sare na wotinteso dia fa ne sintema no pa eni kan se sa pepe ana menstrual cloth no ebenane na ba ma ho atua sansane ho eno pa ho agbeve bam wese ne mesi tie nso a ebia opompo ne tenten pa ne mantia faja tupe pompo na epusiri wotun companies bebre na afibia no ana abosome bia no wo me budget e de ton konya foforo mesra modern da
ASEMPA FM
so no so betia saboa e ma niama etia koye e de aman agbeve heba hospital mesra wo modern da se wo so betia san com wo ya de safie no wo betia saboa ma pomodon se etia koye wo betia fra agbeve 0246 595256 0246 595256 0246 595256 na oni agbeve heba clinic yen twetwen komo na pedro bi Mona soap ene Mona cream eno po agbeve fever ana afen so kwa agbeve tonic ene agbeve balm eno ya no enam se yiwan won setimi ke bia no so betia boa e ma niam etia koye ediama wo yenkwa ama no so briefly na ye ne the general manager for na say the managing director of Accra so folk enso twetwen komo yenwese na niam esia ko Ura Frederick Mo ana wa training e wa ma no so papa yi onfa brofo enye hwe supporters ne say ya brofo no omre na se kakra enfa mom e omdwumadi a wo mu edi mo batene mi so say edi a kakra e be fa wasum ama wo se na niam esia ko uncle ye mo adwo
yeah du
ba cho bia ko de
yeah bia ko
ma wo se o for so chi ho aso be kan twi ni kama and worry maybe necessary so the brofo no be fam no fa fam e kasa ye nyina be ti ase why okay, Mr. Medase pa. Yo, nanu ada emse mo be pie fia me ne mo twetwe nkomo bebre efa place a wo mo ewo makache projects a mo ye ene niam esimani so a mo pese mo ye na mo ba na nkomo ba kwa da makoma pono so pa no a mugusu edi hu dwuma no place bese enum bia na sente nya ne tiese mo ne o mato nkwanta pai me ne kasa sisia no house of folk sen na ne masitie wo
oh it's there's a lot of misunderstanding, but hoping that with some the medium from their social media information that they're providing.
ASEMPA FM.
As a line if you try, I saw Kobe and Kumsu Kakani say, a year.
Oh, my chairman.
Okay. Now say there's a lot of information into
some misinformation that way. The information can a homaso or media. You need that correct. And said you support the truth of this information. But I hope the supporters will put the patient and say, I can't come out and start information and come out and players net with them. No big continent. Yes,
oh, okay. Inti say what is the current situation? Yeah, information akasa. O say misinformation. Inti so we inform man kasa dey na beka afa misinformation na ban ho.
One thing that me person that move the negotiations for extension of contract. We start before the season begins. For all the players now, we want to keep in the season. So we don't and say at this moment in time, I can tell you, say, all the players are almost piano. We've already started talking to some of them, and by the end of next week, we will started engaging all of them. Okay, because this is council
ASEMPA FM
by we get about position. So that's the plan, right?
Yeah, Frederick Moore, I said line MY cry, line MY. If you just I'm finding it very difficult to hear you very well.
Okay.
Aye. My name say en cutting yes I'm from you here. Why? You see be a best son. Aye. Why? I'm considering say producers some information whether they also hear it, but me haven't it. I don't hear my name say hey. Enti e be person na name see ko. E wa aye I'm okay. It's I still ASEMPA 94.7 FM no. So no so good so tie no. Dwumadi de bro no. Sports night and yesin kunya de bro. Se bia bo nsi na nema esi ekọ. Yenkwa ama no so bi o. Hello Uncle Frederick.
Hello.
Yeah, Pacho I say is it mu ye kakra.
Oh good.
Okay. Na you bisa wana wo ne kasa na wo asma wo kan say say information me be na fa haso folk no in the public domain no misinformation and it fian saba. What is the actual information?
I think my baby can say with all our players when the year before they come to the final year of their contract, we engage them. Okay. So if one person say it becomes difficult. We don't just leave it like that. We get people like board members and other people to talk to them as well. So if anybody says they will be contract na for free, look, we don't do that. When it happened before a few years ago, and it's a few years ago, it happened about I think
ASEMPA FM.
Okay, when it happened, it was done because a coach who was with the club, with support of some other people that we don't have the evidence, so I don't want to mention any names. But the coach admitted it, said he was involved in it, and that was why the coach was sacked.
Say, because only evidence. Now the coach admit here. Say any admission evidence.
No. I been say the coach and some people don't have any evidence, but the coach himself admitted it. So
coach Ben no.
Nutal.
Oh, okay. What admit say niamo I'm one no.
Involved in instigating the players' exit.
Okay.
So it wasn't because the board and the board chairman and the management had done nothing and sat there for the people to go. All right. It was because it was orchestrated within. All right. And that is why when the board found out, the coach was sacked.
Is it because Nutani and only now okay?
Oh no. I'm just giving you an example because one of the things that has been on social media is because they say it happens all the time, and that's the reference point. And I'm trying to debunk that reference point. And you can argue, say, Nutal, so he can't defend himself. Right. Nutal took us to the Player Status Committee. Right. In the Player Status Committee report, it's the position is in it. So it is not something that I'm making up. There's record evidence sitting at the FA. He lost that case. He appealed. He lost it. So the reason why I had not previously talked about it was because it was so
ASEMPA FM
judicial level. the Players Status Committee and other bodies were looking at it. But now the judgment has come out. And the judge, we had evidence. We had evidence that he had done it, and he admitted it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm debunking that start point that people use, House of Folk Management, the board, the BAM players corner. That it is not true. Right.
Oh, okay.
Now come to today, and this happened. I think 2016-17. Right. 2017-18 and 19-20 when I was here. How many players left that we wanted to keep? All right. So 19-20 is the one that we are talking about, and is the one player that we are talking about. All right. And I can't. The player and his guardian knows the truth, and they know what is on the social media. No, it's false. There was never a time that anybody gave the player an ultimatum or says, we don't want you. So that's as much as I can say. I can debunk the things that have been said, but it will be unfair on me as the MD to have a conversation with the player and his guardian and then come and say, we can say. No, that one I'm not going to do.
Okay. Yan ko sa ankomo we so say players na center muja omo kwan so omo nkono eba public domain no na bibiri na manfo access ye no mutimu sampa bibiri na so manya opportunity amfa mobile kese bia COVID-19 super boom ntina ase amadwumi mu na what assessments na moye ya
ASEMPA FM
e wo mudwumadi a no mudidi amahasin.
Look, Accra House of Folk has got a lot of very good players. Okay. Before we let them and the players go, no, and the other player says that he wanted to leave, you know, we had 35 or 36 players. And we can't keep everybody because the squad list is 30 maximum. So we had to have a judgment as to the age of the player, the regularity of the player in terms of the squad and the team, and also look at long term, the next season and the long term, what's happening, and all those factors came into play. The technical team was part of it. The board was part of it. It wasn't just a management decision. Say, we don't like this person, we like this person, we don't like this person. No, we don't do that at Accra House of Folk. We are a big club.
Okay. You say out of place here, we jump as a big club, no. Joseph so there now say later no. As a more much of form na ton kwemu munya na mo san supporters ni bi chese wo nkono de go good player. Money na wi akwese yen se mo na kasa afo san ti ase no so as mo antian san to aso ene na take decision as saying
look, all the players that are going are good players. During the NC competition, no, Bonnie was a standout player. He was in the team for every game. Right. Ejari played his part in the NC competition. He hasn't had a lot of opportunity in the
ASEMPA FM.
Yes, you are right. Esso has played in an NC competition, and it has been regular in the last season. There are differences, and I don't want to sort of single out one person or the other. The players that you're talking about were all spoken to. They were all given reasons why we arrived at that decision. They were all asked whether they had something to say. Right. The expert that you mentioned, nobody told him say he was. We didn't want him. He was the one that says he doesn't want to negotiate. So some of the people who are writing or talking say they know the fact or whatever. No. The fact, there's only one truth. There's no two truths. So people can decide to have their own facts. I can't argue with them on that. But there's only one truth, and he knows it. And I wasn't the only one in the room. There were 3 other people in the room. And they know it too. Look, I don't. Look. The last few days, there's been a lot of talk about people and individuals. Accra House of Folk is a big club. We want players who want to play for the club. Right. If Esther wants to play for the club and he wanted to negotiate, what would we say he should go? That's the question that you should ask him, or people should ask him.
Intenya no kwese Musa Eric calling bi Emma Musa Emma opnie Emma ni
ASEMPA FM
wanti an conclude yi. Anya no kra
No. I started by saying I'm not going to talk about individuals and the discussions or whatever that happens, right? I'm giving you a context.
Yeah,
on some of the misinformation.
Na make say wadama say enam krom say asa mo san frɛ no ana mo ne kasa beta no so mantimi amiti friend say ne criteria no na say demands no ana ne mo say ja ne ko esa na.
I don't know where you are getting your information from. I don't know where you're getting your information from. I haven't heard this anywhere, and what I mentioned there, in the last few months, we've been talking too much about individuals and those things. What I want to do as the MD of a big club is to talk about the ideas and where the club is and where we want to take the club. I'm really not that, I don't want to spend my time talking about individuals. If there's any deal that is done, we will come out and tell the radio station.
Okay.
We'll come out and tell the media. We'll come out and tell the world. But I don't want to be every small step we make with any player, we come out and then we say no. Oh. That's not acceptable.
Okay. But has music some of them kakra ho.
Why na your research now?
Let me be so. I mean any definite statements.
The question
oh, there be any definite statements. So I sent me be so.
You seek a some of kakra ho.
Ah, me be so. Say of them kakra na.
This was not just the brewuni mansa no.
Oh, there be me be so keke.
What
ah, me be so. But
ASEMPA FM.
Having money is relative. Why
are they too much? Hey. Oh, Freddie, come on. Self-appraisal and I understand. Because the time maybe that question when you say, players say, as a money on Casavi, I'm on party ways, 50 Ghana, and I'm the movie. Players and come as soon as I can come qua, think a package and say a bit entertaining a crana.
Oh, but look, the you know the COVID nearby, even some of the big leagues in Europe are even complaining. I'm sure that you've heard Arsenal is cutting a huge number of their staff. Right. Whatever they would have been given was not meant as a package. It was meant for transport. And if you are telling me, that sort of money is small for transport, I don't know, maybe as a multimedia moves in the sponsorship or more.
Okay. So, we bet the requirement, and so any problem here.
Requirements be able to.
Never what say. They say when a new place, some will replace our place with one. I say, Kakana one and Amube Yusu.
Oh, you know, sir, we were planning for the second half of the season, and we recruited a number of players that I'm really, really excited about. And I'm hoping, sir, when they come, they will show the supporters what they are made of. I'm really excited about the players that we recruited, and
ASEMPA FM.
God willing, they will do justice in the faith that we put in them.
Okay. We dey me dey wase ade sent no ma nya ho nyame adoma yentimi mo nkomo ni nyina ne o chena so nya daje a ye be san wa twen nkomo biu why
Anytime.
okay me da sense bebre ne wa ho brase why
Okay, thank you.
me da se pa di Frederick Mo MD Edema Accra House of Folk na ten kan say ene na twen nkomo na wo cheche se na ne mai sikos no obisa na sem bia o se on pese obeka individual players one sem but my main colleagues ni muntem why yen so writer yen colleagues ni yen se na ma esi ekoso me start wo House of Folk for me start wo House of Folk for yen colleagues ni muntem leaks no aben sheshe yenko
Yes, you have been fine, yes. Nancy Bruni will be our friend and say there is no smoke without fire.
Okay. In the sports night leagues, a bit to me, I confirm say sports night leagues, so bit I confirm say player we friend say Nidiano, what the bar a year before HOE a day. Who a day? Who a day? David. Aha. Who ya I'm not saying who ya so who ya so well intenye HOLE ni e kan wasem who na ye kan wasem no ti player ya de din ade eye who no e obrofo kasem no mpemfo a wo club kese na wo nkan no o makulusu gate na ma no nti me no kasa yi sports night is beating confirm say almost the end of contract notification letter the ama player no me no ekasa nti HOE player no I will see a kind of club kese na won kan no
ASEMPA FM
almost extending the contract and some extending contract no humanity say end of contract notification letter the ama player no dey nti o player nya end of contract notification letter na say ontimi ne nto aso biu say no no so say ontimi ne omonya de end to aso biu no nyaba no
Yes, you have been fine, yes. Nancy Bruni will be our friend and say there is no smoke without fire.
Sports night this bit yes confirm say team kese na wo Asante Mantem no. This is Enchebia Anna Smith Richard Smith donko. The brain was Asante Mantem agudie mensem kan say Moses Entwebene for PJ Muze. Ono na ne din edimu akotane pa ewo eye kasamafo di branim. Nti se ye de edin betudwa na hu Moses Entwebene for emane yonwa se Richard Smith donko edi kan de hu komo abegya de daada. Na ne sports analysts betia confirm dia fa se edin hu ne se edin be bia etime PM ama panyi baako ne wo fa se na nka sa di brain na odie. Na ne wo fa se na odi sa di brain nei panyi no hwese na ne ma esi ekoso no se a ni bo ekotrim eni te sene ne ma city ne de ono so ne wo fa se ne saba ba kan kan nya hwe esan se wo bre team no enti me ne wo ka sei likely say panyi baako a ne wo fa se tinkan ha no en century no ye be san frɛ ne wo fa se ne bio se ombedi kasamafo di bre no wo team kesinim wo Asante Mantem na ne odi obi on se ukọ Asante Mantem a nsejurofo bi nso si kenten di omo na si fam de den pa se the next communications director de ma club kesene wa Asante Mantem no ebeba no so fin kan ha pa dia ene oboa da tofia kwa omo mpene ma na meye sa adwuma no wo Asante Mantem emfa ma club kesene a wa Asante Mantem no
ASEMPA FM
Yes, you have been fine, yes. Nancy Bruni will be our friend and say there is no smoke without fire.
Sports night leagues. Komo no din pa team kese na wa Asante Mantem no. Sports night leagues betia confirm say me hu Toyota Prado Prado na Prada. Prado me hu sisi a computer no so Toyota Prado. Na me hu ANY so I say na NY say team no kese na wa Asante Mantem no hu ɛso sen ɛyɛ FGA na ɛwɔ nkran no ɔhu kura na sɛ ɛyɛ sena no ada onya akonya ANY no enya akonya ɛne division 1 fo mpanyinfo bi kɔ twɛn komo na ɛyɛ FAG panyin no na ɔtemu bi na ɔgye presentation saa na FAG panyin no aso watɔre mu oni ideas bia nti ɔhwɛ sena ɔde ne presentation ne buom na ɔmo san gye ne nkɔmɔ ne tumu no dia na sɛ ampa ɔhwɛ mu a na sɛ team kɛse ne wa santimantem no ɔso sen ɛyɛ FAG team FAG kuo no nyinaa kora ɔso sen hom na FAG kuo no ne panyin no ogita ka kɛseɛ nti ANY ɛwɛ sɛ ne ma esi kɔ so ato eta prada sɛ so to nyalan cruiser na sɛ V8 no betua san boa nti na sentem panfo bi a wɔtim ne mu asɛm ɔmo ka sɛ wɔn atɔ cars ehwia bi cars nketenketen bi a ANY nyaya em sɛ gya so kron fanko tema fanko tema market kra no de akɔ ayi kra on fanko because also sin ɛyɛ mpanyinfo no bebree na wɔ ɛyɛ agudie no mu de a ɛna na ɛsɛ onya V8 anaasɛ
ASEMPA FM
nti na abakɔsɛ mu kyerɛ sɛ papa bi yɛfrɛ no ON ɔbaayɛ as a club CEO no ɔde ne car na ɛbaayɛ ɔno ne car no de otwi papa bi yɛfrɛ no Dr. K ɔno nso baayɛ ne car na otwi papa bi nso yɛfrɛ no Dr. KKS ɔno nso baayɛ ne car na otwi mpanyinfo bebree aba abɛgye saa de brandi asi ɔmo sɛ so na ɔmo car saa na ɔmo twi but abakɔsɛ mu club kɛse na ɛwɔ nkan ɛyɛ asantemantam no we any the first chief executive officer mpanyinfo ɛhwɛ anim sɛ yɛbɛma ne car yɛma ne car yi a ɔsɛ da bi ɔmpɛ V8 anaasɛ Land Cruiser sɛ ɛbɛyɛ bɛtua sa boa ɛma FAG panyin no ɔne ne bɛtua ɛpɛ sports night leagues ɛna de saa nkɔmmɔ yi ɛba
Yes, dear Benfan Yasin. Nancy Bruni will be our friend and say, there is no smoke without fire.
If I can come and answer Minion Sia. Memphis Sia na Mentoso. Imo Taway, or coffee own. Or coffee. Okay. Asemu. We are program producer no coffee cry. When you cry coffee. And your first time ni na go back but send them easier connect them fancy na me phone lines ni briefly won me fa be say 5,000 callers via sana maso so sports nine leagues with the CEO nti obi se me fa bi me fa to aso
Yes, dear Benfan Yasin. Nancy Bruni will be our friend and say, there is no smoke without fire.
Okay, I still ASEMPA 94.7 FM so go so tie no betimi e ba dwen kyerɛ kakraba me fa 5,000 callers and sani asɔre so 0302216545 0302216546 obetimi aba na onso do adwen kyerɛ kakra tia
ASEMPA FM
obi dia ba players make teams don't make players and big air teams break bank to maintain their top air players. Our management should make sure they maintain our top players for the new Rainbow family. The rate at which our players go free when their contract expire is getting out of hand. We fit a ghost telling her, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, I'm Patrick. Me Patrick.
Upodi sa kofi o.
Se oni okra. Asemu arawu. Ni papa adwuma. Obe na ni momo onya adwuma ni bia na fa bi fufuro.
Say ja o e friend say o head of sports into betimi a panel.
Ko nim yenko. Why?
Okay, your friend say in some level because no senior kotoko ise obi obedi penin obedi ene no opa say on a GF in yet.
Me bacho e mo kotokodin what I say sports nine leagues emfa din ma edinisia scra na eba but na ekura emfa ni bia ma na
okay you know penina officer on your football president in yet no how to know because there be no position be no you on a level
okay.
So,
but we be about to Prof, the number one professor in sports. You are doing a great job. Keep it up from Tulu to Gatuso Asofa and also anyway Ebijako there. We say WALLACE good evening. Sankwa and the buy on fashion kahon. We say tactical and analytical leagues. Love you WALLACE. We if we say large from basically and the way by hello.
Yeah, Prof. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Pachawani.
Okala ni amasama.
Okala na Okala.
Bishop Okala.
Bishop Okala and Bishop Okala.
Bishop E Okala.
Okay, Pachawani.
Alright. Hey, is it a cut of management no or the yes top a brand man
ASEMPA FM.
Yes so a V8 man. Yeah. Ah so. Voilà.
Okay, me that say. 03022165545 03022165546. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'm Pachawani.
Hello.
Hey.
I get a different from the town.
Hey, Pachawani.
Mr. Kotoko na America say. Omo na no to play papa no fan kwa my. Yes, you come back to the Africa. With your mother members not those to Africa.
Mate me that say. Okay. Also doing what you do as usual. A great job from Prof. Eric from Newtown. And also anyway about hello. Hey. Hey, thank you very much. Yeah. One for transatlantic was $100,000. I thought 6 presenters for many people pay $100,000 nearby manje. And I'm going to do here. Hey. Better day. Young one, you must have catch on, so far on fire. Okay. Okay. Medasi.
Na yaba sire da chapamke na me adom onya boafo e na me ni aba ko be kan sin ko ba ko pode ko Africa yes re edi na ye bo no abrante na ye bo ni di na ya preso magic na ne nya me aboa ye di adwuma na man nim die na wo no ko company for mess the wo omomwa na boy no ye woni mu no onye makotoko man pe di bi ko tele je nga se onye kotoko ni e no ti se wa ba ji adwuma no wo ye.
ASEMPA FM.
Akwasi Owusu and Sambel John Gent and the way about see aka Fabulous Man. Ozia Wallace, good evening. I think Kotoko is going to resurrect like Jesus Christ, resurrected on the 3rd day by assembling of his noble men and women. We didn't come out also the bija could we show so DJ Pekoda na also Ediaba. Obi say good evening, how are you doing? In fact, I'm very well. Thank you. Obi say good evening, Wallace, please play me the Jonas song. Why? I'm Bepon Emmanuel from Accra Newtown and also the way Abija could ewanum. Okay. Yes, and never be see a call ewanum. Inti messages in Bibriaba. We say good evening, Prof. This is what I have noticed. We didn't come out. We've been so Eddie Abba. Okay. Yamia Doma, Obidi Bibiaba on social media. I best can kind of my phone sending my ACL call. My man kind Facebook comment in a Caribbean and sorry some call. Running for Richard Akbukavi. Fantastic evening. Come on, baby. I will be a Prof. I will never stop listening to you because you are doing a great job. As a passports no side to do to also Fangatuso and anyway ebai and I feel at the mensa to me. And so I'm really disappointed in House of Folk for this 50 Ghana issue. And then come on also Eddie Abako de Ewahanum. Hey Wallace, you go kill us, but see Frederick Moore couldn't answer the question whether he called Joseph Eso or not. Joseph from Afinia Mateko and also Ediba as a Frederick Moore. When he answered question about Baku Krasi, I was sending him ACL Kosu Jumedia or more NF Joseph Eso and speculations ne Koswa Bekosa Sani Ubidia or Diaba or said Don Piano from Malam. Master tell Ubi to stop the defeatist analysis.
ASEMPA FM.
What the Kotoko CEO said was not backed by facts and data. Ubi asemo the abano Ubi Kofi the other. Me patrol me boss na. Or send a message we send from man and say. Or sanshim yana me any day. Into Mr. Farmer name Mr. Awati. Into I said, well, as this goes to Nanaya and Ponsa, your mom told you not to play with fire and be very careful with the people who will work with you. Nanaya, heaven knows where you are going. We if you Thomas Duchi and Odiaba watching you live from Colchester. Hey, Colchester, UK. I wanna me koe no. I wanna Madame Fono Minia Pa no. West in Mexico so now. And I do by Colchester. Me ba obi o mesa hwewate. And afi Dan Martin. Or say please one more please. Or say Dix near for back on home. Adoma Kuma Benan. Please ask we heard that there is a new sponsorship coming in, and I mean Africa World Airline brother from Sprinters and brother from Sprinters no diaba and I feel so say Nidine Piaga Prof more fire from Achimasafu and do we buy and I come say wale men you are very very good. I like your show a lot. Watching you live from US Columbus, greetings to you. Oscar Giants, I'm watching you live from Accra, Laboni, and I feel so Albert Kobe and Sudiaba say you are live in the city of Luxembourg. In Luxembourg, Prof. Regards to mom in Kooftown. Okay. And I Randolph Ediaba, Randolph Ajiti, Professor in Ghana Sports, Professor Ikeolas. My greetings to Gerard Tete and Tetech. Nyanyu few income PM for La Duduku Dadeku Tupon and the way about Safa Kwaku Drizzy Eddie about doing the watching at the same time learning in the classroom. More fire prof and then Komodiaba Philemon Edim see about fire lemon or Fori. The professor is seated. Ghana Sports will shine again.
ASEMPA FM.
And a Lilian Akusia Bigiakon as JH has been tried and tested. And JM has been tried and tested. Message here wrong place. I'm sorry, Abano. Wale, watching you live from US, Columbus, Ohio. Greetings to everyone. Within an Kwame. Michael Apo, I'm watching you live from Beman Kuntunasi. And also, anyway, Etienne Sabija, our Hanum. It's Universia, na Madawasi. Na mama mu enehwe na ohwese na nema esi ekoso no dia na manya catch order se wo pe bet pa dia na bet we from paying for bet na di makotene pa oni mu feri ngotwe fa unyim na regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. You can bet we dia ma opportunity obetia bet every match bia na afi in the remaining rounds of the Champions League no obetia astani a chance of winning a share of about 30,000 Ghana cedis cash. E pa cho visit www.betway.com.gh na place to bet now and betia boma ne metia kwa dia ma you can bet we dia e pa cho for the love of the game agrano donti and ya bet we and so this anhye some creating seja modeda so ne obetia sedins so me hwaboa e ma niama etia koyi e de ma odwumadi bia wodim bet we na wo me kinkin bom free bracket Ghana's fastest growing online portal www.adumonline.com for local international news business entertainment politics lifestyle and sports there me pa cho adumonline.com on betia boa open the most intriguing YouTube videos na demand for live streaming no high me pa cho Adum TV Ghana's #1 television station ye ne de bro and afi obetia tie on radio podcast ne won ba so so eso nya tablet and as mobile phone and desktop bi se bia betia saboma ne metia kwa dia ma ye ntia behwe na mess no fam no bebre na ni Android phones Mr. nya Android phone and na be chere so ye current ugita yam phone and as any test nkwa mi program so ye fa WhatsApp comments nkwa adumonline.com Ghana's most comprehensive online portal oko Adum online app and as Android Play Store and as Apple App Store no so a obetia connect with us new alert notifications no onsa everything aka abusia for right Rafela menyo ana afezu coach
ASEMPA FM
so kwa no Bernard Padibucho madama omne touch bi ebo afentemfem ebe so mu imota kwameja kwa champion enso etechia omo eboma nyama etia kwe Ghana for kojo Mr. Obimpo Maestro ana Ferre Kesidu body Kobe the Scavenger Mavis Amano womu nada Sergio Manucho womu nada na touch the referee Patrick Osajman Kanti Mansungu womu nada and the touch me the Sergio de Kesiti bro Philip Osebu so the latest and the newest and the freshest programs manager the ASEMPA 94.7 FM general manager Ura Abu womu nada esene kejani asida na se kese enkomom so mo touch eboa emedi Sergio media bedu sampempen so nyame adoma wo chena wanti enkan the live commentary UEFA Champions League no ye de bebrew na won se na nema Asia ko ni timisew enyi wa fidie ni fi ASEMPA FM da ye ni adoma FM be kan tia famo ye the live commentary na tia sabro wo chana panso Ghana for kojo be sinkunya the ultimate sports morning show so enkomon be de misew share channel pa ne mo nkomo ewo Ghana gudi mwati media sia match help here adintina ni ma enya okese onyu fe be ni da so ni fanko be ni da so the act of being a good guest is to know how to say goodbye.